recorded the album back home in Helsinki for 2 months earlier this year, and then we mixed it in Los Angeles. And mastered it in New York, and I was in Los Angeles to fix the cover artwork, and it's really everything musically is done, but we're still fixing the cover. So, but everything's fine. It was pretty easy and pretty simple as a process.
Oh, well, I remember that last time around you recorded in a big mansion in California. So why did you go back home for this new one?
It was like, for example, a keyboard player, Burton, he had his first kid in last October.
Okay.
We thought that it's nice because we know that once the big wheel starts turning, we're going to be touring a lot and spending a lot of time away from home. So we thought that it's nice to record close to our own apartments and being able to see and meet our own friends and stuff like that.
Oh well,
that was the basic idea.
Oh, that's very cool. And actually, have you kind of abandoned the American way of life you seem to be living when the previous album was released? You were living there, recording there. Bam was your biggest friend, and the such.
Well, I've never really lived in there. It's just that. It took a long time to finish up the album last time around, and my home has always been in Helsinki. But with the band, we keep on traveling so much that we basically live all around the world.
Yeah. Okay. I see. And I just read that a preview of the album, Passion Killing Floor, will be previewed on the Transformers album. Do you think that's the best place to preview one of the tracks of the new album?
Well, I think that it's good that we have the opportunity to have it on the soundtrack. That a lot of people who wouldn't necessarily go into the CD store and get the latest album by him,
Yeah.
if they have the opportunity of listening to a song and deciding whether they like it or not. So it's always a bonus. It doesn't take anything away from us.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was fine. I don't care what kind of film it is. It's probably going to be a big action smash.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to see anyway, so it's a bonus for us, just able to spread the word for the music.
Well, yes, of course. It's just, a very strange place to hear him music on, big action movie.
It could be that they're using a bit of Passion's Killing Floor in movies, so it might fit with the evil robots. You never know.
Yeah, I see. And do you actually like the Transformers? Ever liked them back then?
No, back in the day, no. I was more into like Star Wars.
I see.
And that was like a big thing for me. I had all the old school Star Wars, toys and shit like that.
Do you still own them?
No, I know that they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
I sold them, back in the day. I just had too many of them.
Yeah, what a shame, I guess.
Indeed.
And reading the album titles, it sounds almost like a concept on death, with words like killing, cold blood, suicide, bleed, and such. So, on a lyrical level, what are you dealing with the whole album?
Within the last year, there's been a lot of bad shit happening personally, and it just felt, as the music developed, being a bit more heavy and doomy and gloomy and dark. I thought that it's a good thing to write about the darker things as well. It just fits the music really well.
I see. Well, actually, indeed, I could hear some influences from Black Sabbath. On can't remember. Well, I guess it was Sleepwalking Past Hope. It was.
Yeah, there's a couple of really like Masters of Reality era.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath. Yeah, well, that's one of the bands where we started. We started playing music because of Black Sabbath. So, there's a bit of Led Zeppelin, a bit of Monster Magnet, a bit of Sabbath, a bit of Type O Negative in there. And they're all bands that we adore.
I see. I see. And actually, I remember that you ended the last concert here in Italy with a very long chants of Black Sabbath. And I think most people, very young people, were a bit puzzled by it. I don't know if they even knew the band or the such. So.
Well, I've always said that we're like a road sign towards Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
So, should take a listen to it. It might sound a bit dated or a bit old for some, but the songs still stand up.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen Heaven and Hell live, and the songs are as fresh as they can be. You know, they are very modern. So.
Yeah, they are, most definitely.
And and you just quoted some other bands like Led Zeppelin and Type O Negative and such as influences on the album. I noticed that most of the songs on the album have huge breakdowns towards the end. You know, where the sound shifts completely. How did you work it all out? Were you just trying to?
It happened naturally. We weren't really thinking about it, but we wanted, to have a lot of moods, as in like movie soundtracks, type of things. That there's really moody, and that there's a lot of instrumentation and instrumental parts, rather than having like really direct 3-minute rock songs. It'd be nice to have, very few bands do anything like that. A lot of instrumental parts. That was one of the main ideas, and I really, I enjoy music like that, so that's the reason why I did it.
I see. And now, what about the shorter track of the album, which is Song or Suicide? It sounds something very personal. It's just you, your voice, and.
Well, it's good to have dynamics on an album. It's good to have breakdowns and then have something really massive happening after that. So it was. I recorded that song with my acoustic guitar back in Los Angeles, just in my hotel room. Came in there with a laptop recording device, and then we started working on it, and it was just one take. And it was just, we thought that, why not? Back in the day, Led Zeppelin had shit like that happening on their albums, and so did Black Sabbath. Master of Reality had Solitude, and Sabbath had Fluff. We thought that, it's nice to break down and, do things that are going to surprise people.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a change among the very, very heavy sounds of the new album,
And it makes the sounds even heavier, that you have a quiet moment there as well.
I see. And talking about heavy stuff, I remember that when I read the news and the reactions to when you covered live the Napalm Death song You Suffer. Some people said, how dare him cover the glorious Napalm Death? So I think.
Well, we just did fucking You Suffer.
Yeah.
It's just fucking 3 seconds of noise.
Yeah, exactly.
You Suffer, but why? But everybody in the band's always been a big fan of Napalm Death, so we thought, why not? And we're friends with Lee Dorian and all, so it just felt right.
So you, I guess not many people got the joke. They just read that you covered Napalm Death, but they don't know the song, which is like 10 seconds long.
If we cover like fucking Chris Isaac, why couldn't we cover Napalm Death?
Yeah, I see. Well, it was meant more of a joke, I guess. Not many people got it.
I know. That's the reason why we did it.
Yeah. Do you actually stumble in many people in the music business with no sense of humor or not getting your jokes?
Well, you gotta have some humor in you do. You can take music seriously, but never take yourself too seriously. So it's good to surprise people and do something weird.
Yeah, because I guess most people expect you to be, gloomy and doomy all the time and such. So.
Well, but it's like Ozzy Osbourne's never done a happy song. Still a funny character.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily rule the other thing out.
I see. Well, I also remember that your duet with Natalia Avalon attracted a lot of interest, a real lot of interest. Well, first of all, were you expecting it?
No, not at all. It was just done for a movie. They filmed that movie, was it 8 Months High or whatever it was called, in Germany. I still haven't seen it. And they wanted like a song for it, and then they suggested the old classic song, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I had the free time to do it, so it was good. And surprise enough, it's being played all over the radio in Europe, and it's been doing really well.
Yeah, exactly. So would you think was I will admit that I don't really know Natalia's works, So, who do you think was the bigger star in the duet?
I don't know. I don't think about it. I just consider it a song. I've been away. I've been in the States. So I didn't even know that the song's been played on the radio so much.
Yeah, it's become.
Cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's become really huge over here. So it was really surprising to get that.
That's good. It's nice that there are surprises still left.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Also what about the remix CDs that were put out last year with all kind of remixes?
No, it was like our previous record company, the old one. They wanted to release like a compilation, and I said that fucking hell no. We just released a greatest hits type of thing like 2 years ago.
Yes.
And I said that let's do something a bit more interesting and have something more rare. And I compiled the CDs, but that's what I did. That was the only thing. So I don't know how they'll be doing or anything like that.
Oh, I see.
It's old stuff. There's more for the collectors or whatever who don't have old singles and all the special editions and stuff like that.
So do you like people messing with your music, changing the rhythm or?
Well, most of like remixes and stuff, they were done by us, or then they were done like with Ville, the Finnish producer who produced our first album. So he's a friend and he knows what the band likes. So I like it just like kind of like destroying something beautiful. It's good.
Okay. I see. That's a cool way of seeing it.
No, it's just fucking everything up. It's good for you.
I see. And so, what are the expectations for this album when it comes out? Which is very different.
I'm really happy with the album, and so is the rest of the band, and so is the record label and everybody. So it's kind of interesting. Everybody's excited to see what's going on, but there's no I don't have any expectations. Hopefully it's going to be in the shops, and hopefully there's some people who like it, so that we'll be able to, that we'd be able to tour around the world again and see new cities and new faces. That'd be fun.
So touring is still a big part of him music.
Yeah, it's good fun to tour. It's always good to travel. I like it.
Well, I remember that more or less last year. I remember you were saying it was a bit stressful in a way, of course, having to be away from everything all the time and the such.
Well, it's kind of, it can be stressful, but it's also depending on how well the album does, and if gigs go well and people like it and stuff like that, that gives you a lot of energy. So it's not nice when you have a fever and you got to perform 3 days in a row.
Yes, of course. Well, when was it actually when the last time that people didn't like a concert? I see that you sell out anywhere and the such, so it must be fun every night.
It's like, I can't remember, probably somewhere in the States, we'll play a gig that wasn't sold out or anything like that, but that doesn't matter. It's just, if the vibe is good and people like it, we'd rather have 20 people who really like it than 200 people who, don't care.
Yes, of course. And, I think I've asked you everything I wanted to know about the album and whatever surrounded it. So, I will be looking forward to seeing you in Italy.
We'll be back early next year, man.
Okay, so
Cool. You have a good one.
thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye-bye.